There was once a young man who had everything. If you saw him walk by, you'd think he was a prince. His clothes were the finest in all of Mecca. Imported silk, rich perfume that lingered after he passed, sandals made from the best leather. The kind of man others admired, envied, whispered about. Women noticed. Men nodded in respect. Parents pointed him out to their sons and said, "Be like him." His name was Musab bin Umair. He was the golden boy. Everyone in his tribe loved him. His mother, a powerful and wealthy woman, spoiled him endlessly. Whatever he wanted, he got. He was the image of success in that society. Charismatic, handsome, well-dressed, eloquent. If he had lived today, he would have had the best Instagram feed, wearing designer clothes, standing next to luxury cars, racking up thousands of likes, flooded with DMs and followers asking for skincare routines and book recommendations he never actually read. But then, something happened. Something that would change his life forever and shake everything he thought he knew. He heard about a man named Muhammad, peace be upon him. A man quietly calling people to something dangerous in Meccan society. Truth. Tawheed. Submission to one God. Musab was curious. Not because he was rebellious, but because deep down, beneath all the perfumes and fine clothes, he felt a strange emptiness. A quiet kind of sadness that wealth and status couldn't cure. He went secretly to listen to the prophet, afraid his mother or tribe might find out. But the words he heard weren't like anything he'd ever heard before. They weren't fancy or poetic like the Psalms of Mecca. They were simple, but they hit something deep in his heart, like someone speaking directly to the part of him he didn't show anyone, the part that was scared, unsure, wondering if there was more to life than comfort and applause. He accepted Islam. Quietly. Privately. But secrets don't stay hidden for long in a city like Mecca. When his mother found out, the same woman who used to bathe him in luxury turned on him with rage. She screamed. She begged. She threatened. She said, "I gave you everything. I gave you this life." And he said something back that must have broken her. "I love you, but I can't choose you over Allah." She imprisoned him, cut him off from every privilege he had. The food stopped. The fine clothes disappeared. The friends scattered like dust in the wind. But Musab didn't flinch. He didn't fall into a spiral of self-pity. He didn't say, "Why me?" He just held on. Quietly. Strongly. Eventually, he escaped. When people saw him again, they were shocked. The man who used to wear silk now wore clothes with patches. His hair unkempt. He had the look of someone who had seen too much too fast. But there was something in his eyes, a clarity. A fire. He had lost everything, but gained something unbreakable. Now pause. Compare that to the modern Muslim guy. You might know him. Maybe you are him. He's scrolling TikTok at 2 a.m., half laughing at a meme he's already forgotten. He knows he's wasting time, but he can't stop. The days blur together. He feels guilty when he skips prayers, but not guilty enough to change. He reposts Islamic reminders but doesn't act on them. He's addicted to attention. He's chasing validation from people who don't even care if he lives or dies. Deep down, he knows it. He has an identity crisis. He's not Western enough to blend in, not Muslim enough to stand out. He flirts with both worlds, hoping to be accepted by at least one. But neither welcomes him fully. He's stuck, floating. His heart whispers you were made for more, but the voice is faint. Drowned out by YouTube shorts, celebrity gossip, and hours of useless scrolling. Musab, on the other hand, knew exactly who he was. He wasn't confused. He didn't need filters to feel beautiful. Didn't need likes to feel worthy. His self-esteem came from one thing. Allah chose him. That was enough. It gets more intense. After years of struggle, the Prophet chose Musab for something historic. He sent him as Islam's first ambassador to Yathrib, a city later known as Medina. Think about that. A boy who once lived in luxury, now sent to guide an entire city. Alone. No army. No fame. Just faith and character. He arrived in Medina with nothing. No money. No security. Just Dawah. But he didn't stand on a podium and shout. He walked. Sat with people. Listened. Spoke with gentleness. His knowledge was deep, but his manners were deeper. People couldn't hate him even when they wanted to. And one by one, the hearts of Medina opened. Tribes converted. Families transformed. All because of one man who had the courage to walk away from comfort and choose conviction. If Musab were alive today, most modern Muslim guys wouldn't recognize him. They'd look at his rough clothes, his simple way of life, and scroll past him. He wouldn't trend. He wouldn't go viral. But he'd still be winning in every way that matters. Then came the Battle of Uhud. Musab, now a soldier of Islam, fought bravely. He carried the flag, a roll of honor. During the chaos, a group of enemy fighters rushed him. They knew, if they brought down the flag, it would shake the Muslim army. They cut off one of his arms. He picked up the flag with the other. They cut that one too. He held it with what he had left. His body was torn, but his soul, unshaken. Eventually, they killed him. When the Prophet, peace be upon him, found Musab's body after the battle, he wept. They tried to cover his body with a simple cloth.
This audio was created with Podcastle.ai.
Battle, he wept. They tried to cover his body with a simple cloth, but it was too short. When they covered his head, his feet showed. When they covered his feet, his head was bare. The same man who once wore the best of Mecca now couldn't even afford a proper burial shroud. And yet he was one of the most honored souls in heaven.